What does PowerX represent for you as an academic and leader in innovation?
PowerX for us is an ecosystem event, and ecosystem events are very useful because people are doing different things, and it's very important to meet in a physical area, not just online, and then interact, share ideas, see what everybody is doing. And I think we should have more of this. And I'm very grateful that Veritech is actually taken on to do this because we haven't had this for a while in the ecosystem.
How is the Dروزة Center at IUB helping shape the next generation in Lebanon?
So our mission is basically introducing students to the concept of entrepreneurship and also practice of entrepreneurship. Why that is important? Because only 10% of the population is basically interested in entrepreneurship. But do they get exposed to it anywhere other than when they go out of the university? So what we try to do is that before they graduate, in other words, you don't have to go outside to get exposed. In the university, we have programs that are academic as classes, typical classrooms or courses, and we also have extracurricular activities. In other words, we expose you through a boot camp that is for 1 semester long. We have a 6-month program, which is more or less for developing the actual startup. And also we have a program that is for existing companies and they want to get help because we have the knowledge. We also cater to their needs.
Yes. What do you believe are the main gaps or needs in Lebanon's innovation ecosystem that must be covered?
I think there is a lot of need for a lot of things, right? So let's be clear. But I think everybody has a role. Universities, I think, can basically plug the gap that exists because we train the students in coming up with ideas. But innovation has to be executed into either a product or a company, right? So our role would be not just focused on the ideas, but actually focus on the fact that how do you make that product commercial and how do you put the company and push it towards the market so that it can have a successful company making that product to the market. So, our focus is on that part. In other words, students have to get exposed to this before they enter the market.
What do you think this field?
I feel currently there is too much hype about AI. I think like other technologies that have been revolutionary, they have come, internet was quite revolutionary. There are other things. We need to basically see where AI is useful for us, right? Yes, if you are in Silicon Valley, AI is useful for you to do certain things. If you are in Lebanon, you have to figure out where AI is useful. And I think AI here would be useful in helping companies more or less do things that they were not able to do before. I know we have labor shortage. A lot of Lebanese graduate and go abroad to work. So maybe we can actually, rather than relying on getting back people, we can use AI to compensate for the fact that we don't have enough labor. People think we have too much labor, we don't have enough labor. That's a problem.
What is your message to young innovators and students attending PowerX now who are just starting their journey?
You need to make sure you focus on the customer, not on your product. Because a lot of the students I see, they're really completely preoccupied. Oh, I have this, the latest, the greatest thing. First of all, not your product, it's the customer. And that's what we focus on. Second, it's very important to be realistic about what you're getting into. Because I feel too much of more or less media has focused on celebrating the fact that people are enamored with entrepreneurship as if it's a celebrity status. I think being an entrepreneur is very, very hard, right? And I say usually, for instance, when they ask me, what characterizes an entrepreneur? I say, an entrepreneur sleeps like a baby. And they say, what do you mean? I say, because you wake up every 2 hours crying because you have to figure out tomorrow, how are you going to pay the wages of your employees? So from my point of view, realism and also be clear about the focus on your customer, not on your product.
Thank you very much. Thank you for sharing your good skills.
I appreciate it.